Jeff Shaw. The Herald Sun's got photographs of him eating and drinking his way around the United Kingdom. He wouldn't talk to me, of course. He just doesn't talk to me. But Christine Fyffe, the member for Evelyn, is part of the study tour with Jeff Shaw. Now, I caught up with her in London. Because of the time difference, I wanted her to be well rested for her work tomorrow, so we pre-recorded the interview with Christine Fyffe, the member for Evelyn, on the same trip as Jeff Shaw.
It's a pleasure, Neil.
Where are you at the moment?
I'm in London.
And the whole committee is in London?
Yes, it is. It's a bipartisan committee. We have 2 members of the Labour Party, we have 3 members of the Liberal Party, and we have Mr Shaw, the Independent.
Okay, so what are you doing?
We're looking at how councils can assist in boosting the economy within their areas. The most important thing to anyone in our community in Victoria, when you talk and move around your electorates, is jobs and job security. And our role is to look at how councils can work within those areas and improve and encourage businesses and all the relevant roles that council have with encouraging business, because it's so varied depending on which regions they are and, of course, the population of each of those council areas.
Okay, so where have you been already?
All right, you don't want the whole lot, do you?
No, just generally. You've been in parts of England.
Okay. Yes, we went to Manchester, and that was exceedingly good because we met with the Manchester City Council, who are very progressive. They have achieved a lot over the last... If you remember, they had the bomb in 96, I think it was.
Yep.
And that really forced them into re-looking at their city and changing direction. They also, like us, have lost a lot of manufacturing jobs. They've gone short. They were mainly cotton processing, of course.
And where else to go? Europe? You're going to Germany as well?
Well, you wanted to know where I've been.
Oh, well, I want to know it all.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay, you want to know it all? Okay, we met with
I
Manchester
don't want the list. Okay, so you're touring the United Kingdom. Where else?
We are going 1 day in Amsterdam, as the Herald Sun has reported. We are spending 1 day in Amsterdam. And then I think we have 2 days in Berlin.
So how long's the whole trip?
A total of 10 days, including travel.
You going to the cricket tomorrow?
No.
Jeff Shaw is, according to the Herald Sun.
Well, that's up to Mr Shaw.
What is it, a day off tomorrow?
Yes, there's no appointments tomorrow because we only have 1 day off this weekend. We only have Saturday free this weekend.
Oh, okay. So tomorrow's a day. What are you going to do tomorrow?
Yeah. And tomorrow, well, I want to look at some of the information that I've collected and review everything. I came onto this committee fairly late, so I need to read through the materials already supplied and get my thoughts straight on what I've heard. It's been a fantastic time. We've met some terrific people who are looking at how to improve their economies and also how to boost jobs, which directions to take their communities in.
Okay, and what does it cost?
It really has. The total cost, I think, and you would really have to look at this, is about $40,000. And that we also have a staff person travelling with us. So it's $40,000, give or take a few hundred.
As you'd be aware, there's questions and criticism about Mr Shaw being on the trip because he is under investigation. That seems a fair point.
No, that's not a fair point. No, Mr Shaw is a member of Parliament. Mr Shaw is a member of this committee. I think there could have been more criticism if Mr Shaw hadn't come on this trip because he's part of the committee and he will be. He's been working intensely hard in the recommendations that the committee will table, which I can't talk to you about because until it's tabled we can't. But it's very important for his electorate of Frankston.
Okay, but all right. But Mr Shaw is under investigation for rorting expenses, and here he is on an expenses-paid trip.
As all of us are, there is no differentiation.
But the rest of you aren't. Well, the rest of you aren't under investigation for rorting expenses.
Neil, stop a second.
I'm stopped.
Mr Shaw is receiving exactly the same as other members on this trip are, as are other members who are travelling overseas or around the country. It's the same for everybody,
Oh,
whether you're Mr. Shaw, Christine Fyffe, or whoever.
It's a set amount per day, is it?
Yes, and don't you ask me how much it is, because I honestly can't think.
Well, how can you keep to it if you don't know what it is?
Oh, look, I have a bag full of receipts. We have to keep receipts for absolutely everything we do, for every taxi fare, for every underground
is there a
ticket.
limit? Is there a limit on what you spend?
Yes, I think it is, and I'm not sure what it is, but I never meet it. This is my second time, and I've never met the limit. I've always repaid money to parliamentary services.
Okay, so you think it's quite legitimate that the person under investigation for rorting expenses is on an expenses-paid trip to Europe?
I think you're trying to turn around what I've said to you.
No.
I have said... No, you are. You're trying to turn around what I've actually said to you, is that
I'm asking you a question.
is a member.
Well,
No, you're asking me for an opinion about something that I really cannot give an opinion about that, because Mr. Shaw may be being investigated, but nothing's proven, and we are in Australia, and everyone is innocent until they're proven guilty.
Well, that's quite right. You're quite right there. But
I am quite right.
Good. Well, we've agreed on something. Is it? Would you agree on this? Is it a good look for the front of the Herald Sun to have Mr. Shaw in his thongs, shorts, and T-shirt, drinking cocktails, red wine, and champagne?
I think it's a much better look than it would have been if they'd got Christine Fyffe in her shorts and T-shirt crossing the road.
Yeah, but this is a serious point. This is a serious point. We've got tough times here. We're told time and again we have to cut our cloth. The taxpayer has to do X, Y, and Z. And here we have a man, and I take your point, at this stage he's only under investigation for rorting, swanning around drinking cocktails, red wine, and bubbles on the taxpayer.
Well, I don't know about that. I wasn't there at that. But look...
Going to cricket. I'd love to be at the cricket.
I'm sure you've been to the cricket many times.
Not Lords. Not on the taxpayer.
No, neither have I. Neither have I. But look, you're trying to twist something that I'm saying to you, and I've taken your call, and I've been open with you on this. Okay. There's nothing different about how Mr. Shaw is being treated on this trip to anyone else.
Okay, fair enough. Just one last, well, actually two last, but what's the committee called?
It's the Economic Development and Infrastructure Committee.
Okay. Sorry, what was it?
Economic Development and Infrastructure Committee.
Okay, and you can't tell me what you said you couldn't tell me what you'd sort of seen or decided. Is that right?
No, I didn't tell you I couldn't say what I'd seen or decided. I said to you I can't talk about what will be in the report and what recommendations we make, because that has to be tabled before it becomes public knowledge. I can tell you that the main point of what we are doing and the hours we are putting in and working is to look at how we can provide more jobs for Victorians.
Through councils.
Right across Victoria.
Through councils.
To work with councils and to see how it can be done. State government has certain roles in certain areas, but councils themselves also. I mean, my local council, Yarra Ranges, has an economic development unit. What we're bringing back is this knowledge.
I guess a final point, because and you don't agree with me. I don't think it's a good look from the public point of view. Is it fun? Do you have fun?
Oh, look, I enjoy life, but I'm absolutely knackered at the moment.
You what? Sorry, you broke up.
I was going to say I was knackered, but no, I'm tired. It's been a long day. We start in the morning early. We work. We have a meeting before we go out. We meet at the end of the day. Discuss everything we've gone through. It's back-to-back meetings. And look, we've met some really interesting people. Really, people who are thoughtful, people who are trying to work through the same issues that we're working through. And we have picked up some really good suggestions.
Okay, and we'll wait for the parliamentary report to see them.
Yes, because that's the way it has to go.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.